So, you know those little black boxes you see in conference rooms? The ones that let you just throw your laptop screen up on the TV wirelessly?
You mean the wireless presentation gateways?
Right. The Kramer VIA devices specifically. They're great when you have one. But imagine you're an IT director, you have 500 of them, all across a huge campus. How do you even begin to manage that without losing your mind?
Well, traditionally you don't, really. You end up running from room to room with the USB drive for every single firmware update.
What a nightmare.
Exactly. But that's the headache we're looking at today. The solution is Kramer's VSM Cloud package.
I saw the full product name. It's VSM-CLOUD-1Y-PACKAGE-500, and I almost fell asleep. But what
Oh,
you're
yeah.
saying is this thing is like a central nervous system for all those little boxes.
That is the perfect analogy, yeah. It's a cloud-based command center. So instead of every meeting room being its own little island, this pulls them all into one dashboard. You can deploy, configure, monitor the whole fleet right from your desk.
Okay, but monitoring can mean anything, right? Is this just a little green light telling me the device is plugged in? Because that's not really helpful if the software itself is frozen.
No, it's much deeper than that. This is what they call health checking.
Health checking, okay.
So it's not just is it on, it's looking at storage levels, CPU load, what firmware version it's running. The whole goal is to be proactive. Usually IT only knows a room is down when a user calls screaming 5 minutes before a big meeting.
Right, the panic call. I've made that call.
We all have.
Hmm.
This system is designed to flag that issue before the CEO even walks into the room.
So that brings me to updates. Updating 500 devices sounds like a recipe for downtime. You're not going to force an update in the middle of a sales pitch, are you?
Thankfully, no. It allows for automated, scheduled device updating. You
Ah.
set the time, say 2:00 a.m. on a Sunday, and the system just pushes the patches out to the whole fleet. It keeps you secure without all the manual legwork.
So that handles all the maintenance, the back end stuff. But here's the part that actually surprised me. It seems like this software changes what the screens actually do when no one's presenting.
The digital signage feature.
Right.
And this is a huge value add.
Right.
Think about it. For what, 80% of the day, those expensive conference room screens are just black rectangles. Wasted space.
So instead of a blank screen, I walk in and I might see the cafeteria menu.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or quarterly goals, or HR announcements. You can build templates, schedule campaigns, and it can get more serious with the alerts feature. You can push an emergency notification to every single screen in the building instantly.
That's smart. Okay, but I have to play devil's advocate for a second. All these features, the signage, the updates, the monitoring, that's all great for the IT admin. But what about the average employee just trying to share a slide deck? Does all this make my life harder?
No, it actually smooths it out. The package comes with the new VIA 4.0 software, which is a big shift to being more, user-centric. Well, the interface is cleaner, but the really big win is on the security side. It manages the guest experience safely, and critically, it ensures automatic disconnection.
Oh, that is huge.
It is.
I can't tell you how many times I've walked past a glass conference room and seen someone's private email still mirrored on a giant screen, just because they forgot to hit disconnect.
Precisely. This automates that cleanup. And for the people who actually have to pay the bills, there's an analytics side to this too. It generates reports on how often these rooms are actually being used.
So you can finally prove that the expensive boardroom you built is just being used for 2 meetings a week.
Or you can justify buying more equipment because your utilization is at 100%. It gives you the actual data to back up the investment.
Speaking of investment, we should probably talk about the price. This is not cheap.
No, it's a capital expense for sure.
We're looking at a list price over $10,000. The current listing is $10,800.
It is. But you have to weigh that $10K against the man-hours of sending a technician to 500 different rooms every single month.
That's a very fair point. And I did see that the vendor, HDTV Supply, seems to have a really stellar reputation.
High reliability is absolutely key here.
Yeah, I was reading the feedback, and people aren't just giving 5 stars, they're actually naming a support staff in their reviews. You just don't see that with enterprise software.
It suggests there's a real human element there, which definitely matters when you're deploying something this complex.
So when you pull back, the big picture is this. You have a tool that takes all this scattered hardware and turns it into a single manageable network. But it also turns those screens into a company-wide communication channel.
It really blurs the line between, say, IT management and internal marketing or internal comms.
And that's the question I think I want to leave you with. If your IT department is now in charge of the screens that display company news and emergency alerts, are you asking your network engineers to become your new internal communications department? And frankly, are they ready for that responsibility?